Well, 6:10 p.m. had I stayed there down there at ground level, probably would have caught that small engine airplane that just flew over. This is what we got as far as our skies currently. I'll dim this down. No, it's still kind of blurry, isn't it? Yeah, I plan on trying to zoom in on the light while it is still available. Once we can get some of this material out of the way. But I gotta say, Spirit was not happy at all that I was coming up here. And of course, I informed him, hey buddy, I gotta go. And he tried multiple ways of keeping me there. And then when I once again said, hey dude, I have to go, he started hissing and acting as though he wanted to swarp out at me. Not a happy camper. And then I come walking back in here and my neighbor's cat corners me. But you know, we're going through the leaves here once again. You know, I guess this is just how it's going to be, right? No, not dimming that down. We can see the glow of the green. Yeah, so all in all, I hope you guys don't mind a little bit of that woodland content in the mix here. But you know, we're still having these no-see-ums flying over too. And I guess I can go ahead and include that small engine airplane. But see, now we're coming in with more stuff that's moving in. Let's go ahead and I'm zoomed in all the way, okay? Oh, it's just not happening, is it? And I believe that we're possibly seeing some colorations here. Okay, and yeah, I tell you, it's been very, very difficult dealing with this sun today. I am very displeased with you, sun. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give it another, 15 minutes, half hour. I'm not sure where the setting actually is going to be taking place, whether we will be moving more off to the right or whether it's going to just start in dropping. Yeah, I have not been keeping track of the movements of that object, so to speak. Okay, we will return momentarily. 6:17, I just walked out here and happened to see, I don't know if I'll be able to pick this up or not, but there are some very strange lines in the sky here. Right up in here. Very strange looking. I don't know if that's helping out at all or not. Wow, that is just... Something just told me, come back out here. I don't, just crazy. And look at all that glare, jeez. But can you see this? And of course, through the editing, it probably won't come out all that great. But that's why I'm no longer going to include the Skywise observation logo or whatever down in the right bottom corner. Is because when that is incorporated, it kind of puts like a mask over the recording, and yeah, and it's a hindrance to the resolution and quality, overall quality. So I guess it'll make it easier for anybody that wants to share portions of my material, because once again I have left that option open in case people want to use, like I said, little clips of my content. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we really need to get what's going on around the sun, or what appears to be going on. We need to expose that more. I'm doing my part, or at least trying. Looks like we might even have some of those down back in here too. I don't know. Yeah, these are fading off, but they're coming towards me, as everything typically does. I'll just leave that alone. But yeah, I'll go to look at this. There's just nothing else until we get down around the location of that light source. Interesting, oi. Okay, look at there. Look at that. Yeah. 6:25 p.m. Oh boy, yeah, dang it. I thought it had moved away from the leaves. Okay, that's through my polarized lenses there. Dim down the lighting, pull those away. I was thinking about bringing one of my dining room chairs out here so I could stand up a little bit taller, but you know what? It wouldn't help. All right, well, I'll check back here in a few more minutes. Oh, and by the way, something's just telling me Green Bay and Chicago. Okay? No, I do not watch sports. Okay? I do not watch sports. But something is telling me Green Bay and Chicago. So it's 6:35. I had my thoughts of watching the news, but then yeah, right away I started getting disgusted, so I shut it off as far as the evening news. Boy, I tell you what, earlier as I looked out the window, well, I was noticing an awful lot of this stuff floating in the air. Wow. Hey, we're going to go ahead and look at this again. I'm not sure what kind of a viewing that we're going to get. Let's go ahead and just zoom in on this. get it all prepped and primed, ready to go. As we look right on up here, and man, still, yeah, still in the trees, so much obstruction. Yeah, grab my glasses, so we're a little off kilter here. Okay, yeah, I'm using my Polaroid sunglasses, lenses. Ooh. Yeah, that doesn't quite cut it there, does it? Let's go ahead and see if we can dim this down again. Yeah, we'll be losing, if it travels more to the right, then we'll definitely be losing that green glow that is so significant when it's amongst the leaves. Unbelievable how that pulls it in so well. I'm still trying to grasp yeah, grasping at straws over that one. Oh, come on. Yeah. What I'm actually trying to do is, see, I've been noticing some other bumps, if you will, around the aura of the sun. Now, well, isn't that strange how that cloud there is so bright white in comparison to this thing up here. Although that is starting to brighten up as well. And yeah, I am zoomed in all the way, unfortunately. I don't know, maybe I'll get a chair. Yeah, let's do that. You know, it doesn't seem to be much of an advantage being up that much higher. No. And yeah, that's what I was afraid of, is it's going to be dropping right behind the trees. Yeah, my head is almost hitting the overhang of the roof here. Okay. It's going to make for a lengthy video. Doggone it. Sorry about all the fuss and muss. Oh, is that getting bright? Shoo. maybe we'll be picking something up here. Who knows? Yeah, trying to get that. Trying to keep the lens flares from interrupting everything here. If you happen to spot anything that I have not pointed out, please let me know. We can see, you can still see the green glow. And every once in a while I keep getting my left eye peering over the camera or the phone. And oh yeah, big whammy. It looks like there's something around the 1 o'clock position, possibly. Remember, people, this is very awkward, okay? And you'll have to just bear with me. Doing the best that I can with what I've got. And what I've got is not all that great. Okay, well, I guess we can go ahead and just leave off right there. Yeah, we've got more cloud coverage that's coming in. And just set my glasses down. Yeah, we can see that. Yeah. So it's going to be very difficult for me to be able to get any future viewings, decent viewings of what I'd like to capture, because I do have that strong feeling that more of these spherical objects, or whatever they might be, will in fact be showing up. Just like back in the 1500s. And I gotta say, and there's an awful lot that revolves around that time period. Alright, we might get some pretty colored clouds. So, if anything, we'll continue on with those. But otherwise, I'll come back for at least one final recording, just to officially end this day, because I am ready to do so. Okay. 7 p.m. What do we got going on out here? Sounds like a helicopter. Where are we at? There it is. Once again, I was headed out here before I even heard that. just because I was wanting to see if we were getting any kind of cloud coloration. Huh, interesting. And already I am up to an hour or better of content that I've recorded since 1 o'clock p.m. And at this point in time, I'm in a little bit of a pickle of a dilemma because I'm not sure. Well, at this point, no, I'm going to have to just do like a two-parter. Wow, that was interesting. That was very interesting. And once again, that was completely unannounced to me, if you will, before I walked out here. Crazy. And no, I'm not sure what type of a helicopter that was. Hmm. Clouds are strange. Hmm. So, has anybody been suffering from pareidolia as they've been watching my recent recordings? Have you been seeing faces in the clouds? Or possibly even in the leaves of the trees? I've been avoiding bringing that up, but, well, it's been brought up now. Well, I was wanting to capture a little bit of air activity, and, well, oh, hey, just a little bit of side trivia. Do you know that Donald Trump is the first president in 100 years not to have a family dog in the White House? Did you know that apparently during his life he actually had a couple of cats and a parrot? Now, I don't know how factual all that is, but just a couple of things that I came across. Thought I'd share. I like little, well, once again, I'd like to say fun facts, but um, yeah, I just kind of came across these trivia tidbits of trivia. There we go. Let's go ahead and dim this down. I'm looking around, so I'm like not really with my thoughts, just kind of rambling. Yeah, we are done seeing the light. These are moving kind of quick. We do have a rather steady breeze out here. Yeah, all this is. Oh, we got two. It looks like two layers here. Hmm. Yeah, we got a couple of different layers or levels to these clouds, so-called clouds. Man, they're kind of strange looking. That's a little more like it. Yeah. They are more, yeah, getting there, but like that. There we go. That's a little bit more realistic. Okay, I am going to end this. Doesn't appear as though anything else is going to show up for a while. You know, uh, I could record possible objects once it gets dark or it gets darker. I have not done that in a while, but I think this is going to be good enough. Heck with it. I've recorded far too much content today, so I've got a lot to deal with, and this is going to be it. Uh, oh, pup. He's been hanging out a lot lately. Okay. Yep. That's going to do it, my friends. Well, on that note, take care and have yourselves a great one. Man, I am so stupid. You know, I just had to look outside real quick. And I'm zoomed in all the way. Otherwise, there's just nothing else out here to be seen that I'm aware of. No clouds whatsoever. Get out of my face. But that would be more than likely one of our no-see-ums that we've had coming overhead throughout the day. And now we're just able to see him because of the light reflecting off of what little trail that it has behind him. Whoops. Going rather slow. But as that departs from the scene, yeah, I am going to depart from the scene myself. Call this, keep my fingers crossed, good. So once again, take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and have a great one.